DFW Airbnb banned. Sell before it's too late. That's all I have to say. Before we jump into the topic though, guys, I am Keyra Ford. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. I'm your real estate cheerleader where I help you take ownership of where you live and how you live, and I help you confidently invest in real estate. And so before we get into all the things, Airbnb back in June of 2023, they banned Airbnb in the single family neighborhoods. And that's because people were throwing parties, there were bullet holes in people's fences. I mean, it got crazy. So Airbnb had to do something quick, and the cities had to do something quick before things got way too out of hand. So many people are saying, what does this mean for us? So what this means for us, who are people who are trying to do Airbnb and wanting to get into the Airbnb space, one, you need to start by having your target market. You also need to have a business plan, because it is oversaturated when it comes to apartments, and I no longer help with apartments or corporate leasing when it comes to Airbnb. And the only reason why is because it's oversaturated. So the other ones who actually own their Airbnb, which I'm telling a lot of people, if you own Airbnb, sell now before it's too late, because they're gonna ban it where, right now it's just in Dallas, but I believe they're gonna ban it all throughout the DFW area. And the only reason why is because people are just misusing Airbnb, or hospitality, which is like the hotels and things to that extent, are suffering because of Airbnb. Of course, there is no, there is no certainty when it comes to Airbnb, just because things just come and go. So what I wanna encourage you to do, if you're a homeowner who is owning Airbnb, I actually helped one of my clients sell one of her Airbnb properties. And the reason why she did that is because she rather cash out. It wasn't producing enough income for what she was paying for it anymore. It didn't make any sense. She personally wasn't gonna be going back to stay in the property, so she felt like it was better just to cash out. And right now, cash is king. And with inflation and all the things, I will say you can't outsave inflation. So if you can cash out and get, that cash, get that cash money. Yeah. Even though not all the regulations are enforced when it comes to the Dallas area for single family homes, because I still know some that are doing Airbnb in it, just don't be one of those people who get caught, because I do think that the city is going to start to be very strict on Airbnb as we continuously go on in this year in 2024. And it is unclear of what the future holds, but I will tell you this, if you want to get into the business, make sure you actually have a business plan. You would be surprised how many people come to me not knowing where to even start. Airbnb business is just that, a business. So make sure you have a strategic plan. And if that's something that you would be interested in, I don't mind. It wouldn't be a free call, but it would be a consultation. And I would be more than happy to consult you in what you should do moving forward when it comes to an Airbnb business. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely drop something below, or book a strategy session where I give you 15 minutes just to hear about your story. And then I would give you an additional 45 minutes of kind of like an oversee of what Airbnb would take to actually produce some profit. So the next thing that most people are asking me are what can I do? So stay informed, make sure that you are up to date on all the regulations that are being passed for Airbnb. Also make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, I do talk about all things real estate in Dallas, Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. And just make sure you're just staying up to date. Familiarize yourself with what's going on right now in the Dallas area. Right now, also Plano, they're thinking about getting rid of Airbnb, and there's a couple other places. So just make sure you're just staying informed of what's already going on, because if it's already trickling down, it was first just in Dallas City, now it's going to Plano. Before you know it, it'll be in Frisco and all of the cities and suburbs in this DFW area. Also, what you can do is consult with a professional, me. So if you are one of those people who want to stay up to date on Airbnbs, of course, subscribe to my newsletter. I do talk about all things real estate. I always tell you a place to go, things to try in Dallas. I always show you a house that is beautiful that you should definitely go take a look at. And then I also will sprinkle in videos and things that you should be informed on when it comes to Airbnb. Now, don't get me wrong, this email is not just for Airbnb news. This is all things Dallas. But Dallas real estate and Airbnb go hand in hand. So the more you know about what's going on in Dallas, it's going to apply to the Airbnb regulations and things that are going to come if they are not already here. Also, consider talking to a lawyer or a property management company that, runs a lot of short-term rentals, because that is a source or a form of Airbnb. What I've noticed is a lot of people are doing mid-term leases versus the short term. Of course, people love the long term as well. I personally like long term because I know that they're gonna be there for at least 12 months. So it's not guaranteed I'll get paid every single month, but I'd rather know that I have someone in that house that's willing to pay me for 12, 24, or 36 months. But a lawyer, a property management company that would be able to give you a full scope of what short-term rentals really look like now, and then of course where we're going in the future. Now, what to look ahead for now, the Dallas Fort Worth, DFW area is still evolving when it comes to short-term rentals. It's evolving. That's kind of all I have to say about it. It's evolving. Even though it might be heavily regulated, it's for the best. And the only reason why is because, once again, people abused it. They were coming into town for 3 or 4 days and they were throwing these huge parties. They were destroying the house. They were messing up neighbors' homes. Bullet holes were in fences. So, sometimes one person can mess it up for everyone. So just make sure that you're not that person if you do decide to stay in an Airbnb in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, because there's just not as many as there once was, which is good for the ones who are still in the Airbnb business, because that means that they're still racking up. The people who did not actually have a strategic plan, those are the ones that got out of that business because it wasn't fulfilling their profit or their lack of planning. So I trust that this has brought you value. I'm super excited. And if you want more information about Airbnb, definitely comment below. More Airbnb content, because I don't mind. I just want to make sure it's something that you guys actually want. So with that being said, if you or anyone that you know is looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, definitely hit that subscribe button and also schedule a strategy session so I can help you from where you are to where you want to be, because everyone should feel confident when they're investing in themselves through real estate.
Oh my gosh, there she is. It's Keyra Ford. Keyra Ford. You don't know what? You never heard? Oh my gosh, she slays every time.